Hey, you guys got a mustache going, or is it just me?
Oh, dude, I
A
got the No Shave
mustache.
November.
A mustache.
Okay. I need to shave my pubes. That's where I'm been lacking.
We need to invest
in.
in beard accessories, because apparently that's like the big thing, is to like moisturize your beard and condition it and all kinds of stuff right now.
Well, man, right now is No Shave November. You know, smile if you love men's prostates.
Yeah, that's what Toby Flenderson says.
Yeah.
Also, guys, we got breaking news. We have a sponsor for today's show. Today's show is sponsored by Keurig, coffee makers for the common man, because the common man can. Get your loved ones a Keurig Select coffee maker on Black Friday for only $39. Piss off all the people on Twitter by posting a selfie with your hashtag Keurig, better coffee.
It's funny you said that, because I was at the casino this weekend and they were giving away free Keurigs to certain people. That every motherfucker was walking around with this huge ass Keurig box in the casino.
Free
and,
what?
And all
Keurigs.
all Trump supporters are smashing their Keurigs.
Dude, I don't understand it. Some people are so bad at protesting stuff. You already bought it.
I know. That's what I said. I said the exact same thing.
Why are they
I was
smashing their Keurigs?
Because
They
Keurig
pulled
pulled
their
their advertising from Sean Hannity's show, because Sean Hannity had the pedophile on his show.
Right.
So they were like, yeah, we're just going to pull our advertising, which Keurig is free to do so. But now all of the Fox viewers are like, we're going to smash our Keurig. And there's like videos all over Twitter. It's like, you already bought the product.
this old dude like took his driver in his garage to his Keurig, and it just shatters everywhere. And it's like, dude, you already spent $100 for that, and now you can't get fresh coffee in the morning. So thank you, Keurig, for sponsoring the show. A better coffee.
A better way to coffee.
Yeah.
I was watching this video of this. He's a comedian. I can't remember his name. I'd never heard of him, but apparently he's pretty popular.
LK,
But he was
CK,
talking.
LK, whatever.
No, not
No,
Louis CK.
not the molester guy. This guy was actually like a cool guy. Like, so he was saying like, literally, people do not know how to argue anymore. Like, if you think about it, back in the day when there's no social media, like, say say you would meet somebody, like, you wouldn't see, the type of shit that they post on their Facebook. You guys would, get along. But nowadays, if you see somebody on your friends list that like posts something that you disagree with, boom, you unfriend them. Like you do not want to fucking like associate yourself with that person, right? Like, it's just funny how like back in the day, you would continue like a friendship with that person. Like if, you just casually met them here and there, like at work or something. But then like nowadays, it's like, you only hang out with people with, like similar thoughts, right? It's actually a pretty cool like video from an actual comedian. You guys should check it out. It was on the top of Reddit.
Yeah, it's thoughts on thoughts, man.
Speaking of Reddit, did you guys see that EA has taken over the world record for the most downvotes on a Reddit post?
Yeah, wasn't it some like marketing guy for their team? Like,
It was
trying to
their
defend
community
something?
manager. Actually, I've worked with him in the past. Well, it was a combination of things. First of all, it was the fact that people found out that Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker, they're hidden behind like a paywall. So you can either pay or whatever to unlock them, or you have to grind for like 30 hours in the game to get them. People are pissed about that. And then something from the community guy, he posted on Twitter talking about armchair developers, basically fans that act like they're developers and get mad about stuff, and the community just went off on him.
Yeah.
As
Just
the
blasted.
I
the
saw it
community
this morning.
manager, you can't do that. You can't.
That's
call
like
the-
your audience.
Yeah. And
That's your niche.
They're passionate about the game. Yeah, a lot of them are dumb fucks and they're going to say stupid shit, but you're the community manager.
That would be like Triple H or Vince McMahon or something being like, oh, yeah, real wrestling fans suck.
Yeah,
the ones telling us to do our
exactly.
job.
Man.
What they really need is they need to hire like me to be their community manager, and like somebody just to fucking tell it as it is, like hey, we're a publicly traded company, like
gots to
it's
make
all
that
about
money.
the bottom dollar.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like people would respect that more than trying to
I
like
agree.
beat around the bush. I would just be like, hey, I'm supposed to tell you guys how it is. Like, they're trying to make fucking money. They know you want Darth Vader and Luke, but you can play the fucking game for 40 hours, they're telling me, or I mean, you can pay for it straight up if you want, but at the end of the day, it's a publicly traded company, and
if
it's
you
all
don't like
about
it,
making money.
If you want it to change, use the way you spend your money to decide how we do our product. If you're still going to buy the product, then we're just going to keep doing our same business practices because our shareholders like it.
Yeah, and I mean, Yeah, fucking hire me, and I'll even say like I don't agree with them, but this is what's going on. Like that's what they need to do. That would just be like the ultimate. Like, okay, well, people would be like, well, at least like this guy's cool about it and being straight up instead of some bullshit.
Yeah, well, it's just like what people when they pull the curtain back and they just tell you straight up, like, hey, this is why I need your money. This is what I'm doing it for. People are like, oh, damn, that does make sense.
Don't you wish politicians would do that too? Like Roy Moore would be like, yeah, I'm a pedophile. That's just what I am.
You see someone else came out and said that he pedophiled them too? Pedophiled them.
What do you mean?
There's another victim that came out this morning.
Oh, for that politician?
Yeah, the Alabama dude.
I honestly, like, Louis C.K. got that thing about, like, he came out, oh, he masturbates in front of women, and his statement was just like, yeah, I did do that.
Yeah, he was. It was one of those statements where it's like, man, you kind of feel for, like, you kind of like, oh, that was pretty good, but at the same time, you have to like take a step back, peel the onion back, and be like, shit, he's talking about jerking off in front of people without their. I did ask him. He said that. He said, if you didn't see the statement, he said, I made sure that I asked before I pulled my dick out. I didn't just pull my dick out and jerk off. I asked him first.
It's so fucking weird, though.
Yeah.
Who does that?
I think it would be hard. All right, here's a question. Do you think it would be I think it'd be harder to jerk off in front of somebody than just in the comfort of your own home.
I
You know
think
what I
some
mean?
people just don't.
So what type
give
of
a
people
shit,
were they,
man.
though?
There are actresses, a couple actresses, and I want to say like a production, not like a production manager high up, but like someone who runs errands for the production team. That was the first whistleblower, was like a girl who just popped into his trailer and he unzipped his leather pants and was like, hey, let me jerk off in front of you.
How many of these coming out though do you think are real, and how many are bullshit? Because I see so many people.
That's the hard part. That's the hard part to like.
Yeah,
ask.
but you guys
Well, the
agree
issues
though,
is
if somebody
There's
does it,
interest on both sides. That's what it's like.
I know, but if somebody
like-
claims something, it's like everybody's taking it as fact. Like if somebody came out right now and said, Kyle played with my diddle when I was 3, whether he did or not, everybody's going to be like, holy shit, Mr. Technical Difficult is a diddle player. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well,
but
that's-
you gotta
well, that's
think
why
about,
also-
you got to think about what position you're in. So you might say, like, let's say this politician who has like 4 different women coming out saying that, yeah, he tried to date him when he was 30 and they were 14. Oh, we should just let's wait till the facts come out. But if you were the father, Jimmy, if it was like, oh yeah, he tried to date my daughter, you murder him in a second.
Right. I know, but
yeah,
I'm
there's
just saying.
no more innocent until proven guilty anymore.
Never.
It's
nowhere.
guilty.
Yeah.
It's guilty until proven innocent.
But the thing is, none of them have like just truly denied it, have they? Like
know.
Kevin Spacey's like, might have.
I'm
You
gay.
know, it's like
I think there was only off the top of my head, I can only think of the dude that was in Gossip Girl. He's like, I've never even seen this girl. Like, I didn't do that. I never raped anybody. That's the only one I've ever seen. But still, the thumbnails and the headlines still say accuser accuses this dude of raping her, which is really all you need nowadays. Bad news once. That's all people remember.
and it's like I mean, I'm sure there's tons of like consensual stuff that went on as well, like and it's gonna get to a point where I mean some people are gonna be like, fuck, like I'm a ex wannabe actor, like maybe this is my chance to get in the spotlight when I fuck Channing Tatum, you know, even though we both wanted it, but I can, you know, spin it whatever direction I want.
I see what you're saying.
Well, let's go back to Colby's bold predictions. Let's predict who the next person that's gonna be accused. What next famous celebrity is gonna be accused of sexual assault?
Or how about this?
It's got to be an older dude.
How about what celebrity would hurt you the most if they got
Ooh,
accused?
I like that. I want to answer Burns' questions first. I'm going to say John Travolta.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, 100%.
Or Mel Gibson.
Yeah, it could be Mel Gibson. All right,
Yeah,
Jimmy, who do you think?
That's tough. Everybody hates Mel Gibson anyway.
There you go.
Will Ferrell.
Really?
Oh, that would be hard
It'd be
to take.
terrible.
That's-
huh?
Oh, so that's your second part. Okay, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Will Ferrell would suck.
It's a lot harder to guess who you think.
Okay, let me ask you this. Go put you guys on the spot. I love Kevin Spacey movies. Am I a shithead if I still go back and watch old movies he's in, knowing now that he's a diddle player, and I still like the movies?
I don't know, man. I really love.
That's tough, isn't it?
Usual Suspects is one of my most favorite movies, so I don't know.
Well, this kind of goes into Kyle's prediction. So let's pick a guy that would shock
All right,
us and,
I have a
hurt
good
us.
one. I have a good
Well,
one.
mine was gonna be Ben Affleck. Like
Ooh,
he's
yeah, I
like
could see
groped
it.
a
Oh,
woman
I'll do
on
Matt Damon.
camera.
I'll do Matt Damon.
All right, I'm gonna go with one that's the most likely. James Franco.
Oh yeah, I think Franco's already been in trouble for it though.
yeah,
He
did
was
he
like, DMs.
try to invite a 17-year-old to his hotel room or something? I could see.
Yeah.
What
that
about
shit
Seth
coming up.
Rogen?
Seth Rogen?
That would be tough. Or is this like tough to take?
I would cry if Will Ferrell. I really would. I'd be really
So-
upset.
So now let's do your question, Jimmy. Based on that, so you picked Will Ferrell. Would you? Let's say Will Ferrell comes out like 4 different people were like, "Oh yeah, he was abusive and he sexually diddled me." Would you like go watch the new Will Ferrell Daddy's Home movie and feel guilty?
I'd probably watch it. I don't know how I'd feel.
Yes.
It would.
I
I
don't
bet
think
you
you're
if something
I don't
came
think you're a
out.
bad person for doing it.
I wonder if like something came out like that, and it like while the movie, like say it just released, you know, and say he did something like super bad, like you know,
Right.
grope some 12-year-old. Like I wonder if they would just pull the movie.
They pulled what's
They
his,
pulled Kevin
Louis
Spacey
CK's
out of
Yeah, and they pulled Louis C.K.'s
But that
movie.
wasn't released yet, was it?
no.
Louis C.K.'s was coming out next Tuesday, and it was already all done, and it was like a $5 million like low budget project, and the studio is just like, fuck
Yeah,
it.
and the Kevin Spacey movie is already done, but they're reshooting all of his scenes now.
Yeah.
But I know I see what you're saying. I don't know if they would just straight drop it. That'd be interesting. I mean, I feel like today you kind of have to, or
Yeah,
take him
fuck.
out, or find a way to take him out as the main
I
character.
imagine just sitting there like say like I would be sweating bullets even if I had like some like consensual like thing going on, you know. I'd be like, man, they could easily just say like that wasn't consensual.
some gray area shit in your
Yeah.
past.
So do you guys remember when I was talking about the story with my neighbor that kind of called me out on the Facebook page?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. The weird guy.
So
right?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yesterday just got 10 times better. Nothing to do with me this time. But I mean I hopefully nobody from our neighborhood listens to this podcast. I truly doubt it. But this dude is the ultimate fucking man child. And leading up to that, like people in my neighborhood are like the ultimate fucking, I don't know what's wrong with them. It's like super uppity. Just complain about, like, not everybody obviously, but you know, a select few moms in this neighborhood are just like the ultimate fucking just like you would think like rich people would be, like rich like wives, like just fucking complain about every little thing, you know. So we made this massive mistake of having this community Facebook page, right? So this dude at 4:30 in the fucking morning, right? So that's like cocaine bender time, you know, that you just can't sleep because you're fucking high on coke. I don't know if he does coke, but that's about that time for that, right? So let me read this. Really, guys, with 5 question marks. So this is to the community Facebook page. Really, guys, complaining to the HOA? We're facing $100 fine a day. And then he put a middle finger emoji. He goes, you're that intimidated by what I've done to our property? A effing berm caused it? And like, up to this point, I had no fucking clue what the dude's talking about. Saying that we were trying to hide something as per the letter we received from the HOA? Go fuck yourselves.
What?
Karma is real and is coming for you too.
This is somebody
you know
in your
who you are.
neighborhood?
Yeah, dude. You know who you are that complained. It's still going. You just made us want to move the fuck out of here. Counting down the days now. So much for a friendly community. Enjoy your gated, secure community. What a joke.
Is that a threat?
And then he put his name. He put his name and his lot number after that. So it has a shitload of comments. You know, a couple. It has. I don't know why the fuck people liked it, but so then he just continues in the. So the dude's property. It's kind of hard. He's his business. He's got a big rock business, and so he moves dirt machines. So he makes, you know, he's obviously took it over the top because, you know, he's proud of his business and whatnot. But from the front, like, it looks a little funky, but like nothing out of the ordinary. But I guess there's a big berm in his backyard that pretty much splits him and his neighbor's house. And he's assuming that, you know, the neighbor's house that the berm splits is what is the next door neighbor that complained. And so he's doing a lot of dirt work and stuff in his backyard, but I think the people think that he might be like storing his trucks there, which you can't do that, obviously. And so he sent the message from the HOA, which our HOA is a joke anyway, because it's just not like fully established yet because it's a new neighborhood. But I mean, he just fucking goes off. He just goes off in the comment section. The board is concerned about a fucking berm, not the other shit that's going on here. What a fucking joke. They should be concerned about all the other things. It's all good. We're going to sell and get the fuck out of here.
How far away
Until
from
then,
you is he? Like,
it's like probably like a mile, half mile.
Oh shit, that's a big ass subdivision.
Oh, it's like 93 houses with a 2.5 mile fucking loop.
Wow.
It's each lot's minimum 2.5 acres. So it's like there's a lot of room out here, you know. But he goes, until then, like, listen to this is fucking man-child shit. Until then, I'll play my music very loud, and everyone can complain as much as they want because I don't give a shit, with 3 middle finger emojis. And then he just keeps going off. And the fucking craziest thing about all of it is, so he even says, like, down here, he's just like chiming in for attention and just says like moving sale coming soon, like just fucking going off. And the worst thing about it is people in the neighborhood are like supporting him. They're like saying like, oh no, your property's fine. Like the dude, like I had written out, I'm like, okay, maybe it's BS that your berm is here, but like look at how you're acting, dude. Like you're acting like a fucking child right now, like telling us all to fuck off, basically, when like you have no clue who said anything or anything, you know. But it's just like everybody in this neighborhood is like, don't go, like come on, stay. Like
what an asshole. Like
right here.
This is how I'm gonna get the neighborhood on my side. I'm gonna go on Facebook and curse them all out instead of handling it like an adult and being like, so what was the problem with the complaint? What did I do that offended you? And let's figure it out. No, it's just fuck all of you assholes. What are you complaining about?
And then he comments on his own shit, just says huge moving sale coming soon. Like what? And then a lady fucking drove by the front. She drove by the front of his house and she took a video to, like, I guess prove to the everybody in the Facebook group, like we've all seen his house, but to like prove that it wasn't a nuisance, even though whatever it is like on the side or the back of his house. It's not in the front yard, but she took a video of his front yard. But like all these people are just like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear this about that. Like, please don't go. We'll figure this out. Like, everybody needs to get up. Yeah. Like this lady goes, we're going to start a petition, you know, against the HOA management company. It's just like, what the fuck is going, like, it is, I don't understand. Like, why are they on the dude's side? Like, I don't give a fuck about the berm. Nobody gives a fuck about the berm. But like, is that how you approach anything like that? Like,
if you're a baby.
Yeah. And then, so he has the last thing that he said is he called out his next door neighbors. You know, he has no proof of who even said anything. And he tags their names. And he said, please feel free to chime in here on the community page about how the berm I've built to block your lights and many windows from my patio. Does it really bother you guys that much? Removing the berm and the fence is at least a minimum of $10K, even for me, as I own my own equipment. Imagine if I had to hire a company to do it. And like people are like liking his comments and shit. It's just the biggest fucking shit show. Like he has no clue what neighbor said anything, you know? And he fucking just tags them and calls them out. And like, why don't you go knock on their damn door, dude, and like have like a cordial conversation?
Wow.
That's what I would have said if I was the neighbor after he tagged me. I'd be like, I don't know, dude. Just come over and knock on my door. Let's have a drink.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I mean, I can't believe people are defending him.
Well, so literally what could have happened is, so the dude that, you know, developed this neighborhood, he's like kind of I think he's can be a dick. He's like an old ass rich guy, and somebody could have fucking flew a drone and saw, because he does have a lot going on in his backyard, but I just don't see like a neighbor, you know, complaining already. You know, you go knock on the, like, why would anybody complain about a berm in the first place? You know, it wouldn't be like somebody that lived in the neighborhood, unless it was like super. I haven't seen it unless it's just like super like a nuisance or something, which I truly fucking doubt it. But he could have handled it so much better. Like,
Nice.
yeah,
Well, that's exciting.
yeah.
You know what we need to do, man? We need to put him in the tent, which is my new thing.
What's
Put him in the tent.
Yeah, well, from now
Cool him
on,
down?
when you're watching football or anything, instead of saying jacked up, you know that little blue tent they put people in when they get concussed?
concussion tent?
So I
Put
yell,
him in the tent.
oh, dude, I was watching the game last night, and it was such a boring game. So every time there's a big hit, I was like, put him in the tent! And then the ref got taken out, and all my buddies were like, all caps in our group chat, put that ref in the tent! So I was trying to get that to catch on.
I like it.
Speaking of Thursday night football, that sure turned into a shit show real quick.
My buddy Kyle is retiring from drinking, everybody. Let's put this on the air right now.
Yeah.
What
Did
happened?
you do something dumb? Sounds like it.
Yeah, so what happened was me and Colby, right after the show, you know how we hadn't sent the audio to you guys? We were like, dude, let's go get Thai food. Like, I'm starving, meet me there, yada, yada. So we get Thai food, we're about to leave, and our other buddy calls me, and he just, like, sounds like he's a little, like, I'm like, did you just fucking wake up? And he's like, no, I'm hanging out with Bryant. Like, you guys want to get some food? We were already eating, but they didn't eat. So we're like, hey, we'll meet you at Hop Jacks. And so we ended up drinking, a little bit there. Nothing crazy, just a few drinks. And Colby had to go send the show, so he left. So we're like, oh, we'll go to the motorsports store and check out some, like, snowmobile shit, right? And so we leave there, and we're like, oh, we'll go to this, we'll just go get a drink or two at this Rainier place, because we had already discussed that we're going to watch the game at our buddy's house. And yeah, that turned into fucking drinking too much there. Like, just, I don't know why, but we got like 9 or 10 drinks, and the fucking bill was like $250. I don't really remember signing it, but that's what they were saying, and that I should complain about it. But then, yeah, we ended up fucking going to
When
Jared's
I
house
got
and-
there, they were both pretty annihilated. Jared, and
Yes.
Kyle.
Well, so the next day I was talking to my wife. I'm like, I think I got so drunk because I didn't eat anything. She's like, what are you talking about? You ate tons of spaghetti. I'm
Yeah, you had 2 servings of
You
spaghetti.
I'm like, oh no.
You may be an alcoholic.
No.
Oh, that's what every alcoholic would say.
Well, I mean, what would how it's not like every time I drink I get annihilated. Like, that's like a once in a blue moon type thing.
The first
Which is-
step is admitting you have a problem.
The first cut is the deepest.
No, it's more my problem is just like, it's just like always trying to be
You're
too
trying to
funny and do
escape from
stupid
reality.
shit.
I get it.
Hey, let's have an intervention.
Let's
right
have
now.
an intervention right now. These are the 11 key signs of alcoholism. Let's see.
Read them off. Let me
All
see
right,
how
let's
many
see.
I fit
Let's
into.
see.
Let's all participate. Let's all participate
All
and
right.
see who has the
Kyle,
worst of the
Kyle,
11.
number 1. Do you crave alcohol sometimes?
No.
Sometimes.
Well,
I mean, if I'm like,
No, stop. I can
say
answer
yeah.
this for him because multiple times
say
on the
yeah.
podcast in the past, he's been like, let's get this fucking show done so we can get some Tito's. Yes, that's a yes.
oh my god,
All right.
we've never
number
even
2.
done that.
Number 2. Have you ever lost control while you were drinking?
That's affirmative. That's a check mark. Keep going.
Wait, what do you mean lose control? Like, make
this
dumb
past
decisions?
Weekend, like this past weekend. Did you
Yeah.
lose control?
Yeah, you answered it for him.
That is a terrible. What does that even mean? Do you lose control? Like,
Number 3.
number 3.
All right. Number
No.
3. Do you feel dependent on alcohol?
No.
Okay. I can see not being dependent on it. All right. Number 4. Have you ever drank alone or in secret?
No.
Like going in a closet and taking
Hey,
a sip.
hey, hold on. I have one
Colby.
of those. I have once. So I just got out of college and was in Utah. Haven't really hung out with a girl like sober. I mean, not. I don't want to say like a drunk thing, but like you always meet girls when you're at like the bars and stuff. It's really easy to talk to them. And I go on this like kind of date with this super hot chick in Utah and whatever. And I go to 7-Eleven like halfway through because I forgot what I was getting. Like anyway, I text my buddy. I'm like, dude, I can't even talk to this girl. Like, this is so hard. And he's like, dude, just pound a Four Loko real quick. So I bought a Four Loko and I drank it right before I went back into our apartment. Had a great time. So I drank that in secret. Damn it, cross it off the list.
But I mean, you did it with. I mean, you still felt like it's not like you fucking drank it and then went to sleep. Like,
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. It wasn't like
And
I
also,
was putting
like,
it in a
I've
water bottle or something like that and hiding it.
yeah, I've like gamed with buddies before and like had a beer, but I've never just been like, hey, I'm gonna watch TV and fucking drink a beer and go to sleep by myself. Like, no.
All right, number 5. Being unable to limit the amount of alcohol you drink.
Oh, that's a slippery slope. That's like a loaded question.
No, I've always, anytime I drink, like I feel like I'm always like in control. Like I know when I'm grabbing another drink. I know when I'm ordering.
Yeah,
another
but
drink.
let's take a look at last night. You're like, I must have got just so wasted, and I don't even know
no,
how
but
that happened.
but that was the
I
was
feel
the
like
plan
this is
though.
more like a blackout. Like this question is more like you have to have one more drink or you're not going to be satisfied on the night. Like I've seen Kyle walk away with just 2 drinks before.
All right, well,
That being-
here's one that's going to really tell the tale.
Well, hold
of the
on.
tape.
But the other night, it wasn't like it was just like we were hanging out with. There's like 4 of us, and then a bunch more buddies got together at the house. So it's more like a guys' night. Get fucked up. Like it's not like I was the only one fucked up. Like that's usually a sign when something's a little iffy. If you're the only one fucked up, like my buddy Jared, like he had to take a few timeouts during the night to go upstairs and lay down.
Well, let's bring Jimmy into this. Jimmy, at the casino this weekend, did you have multiple drinks in one night?
Sure.
But did you feel like you had to have an extra one?
No, I'm
Yes.
Jimmy, you tweeted out 6 vodka drinks in
yeah.
with a smiley
Multiple
face.
drinks, yeah.
Yeah. See, but that's what I'm saying. Like you didn't. That's a
Well,
loaded
here's
question.
let me explain to you why I'm not an alcoholic and why Kyle's in denial. So, second night, right? I tweeted that out. The way, to anybody that's adult and you're allowed to legally do this, let me tell you how you tackle a casino if you're wanting to get drunk and you're not wanting to pay for it. So, you go to the poker bar. It's really simple. You put in $20 in the poker thing. You play a quarter a thing every 5 minutes. You're good to go. If you're at the video poker bar playing, your drinks are free. So you tip the bartender $20 and say, all right, take care of me. And literally you could get fucked up in like 20 minutes. So we hit the
easy.
poker bar first and then we went and did our thing. But here's the difference. We went and played blackjack for like 3 hours. I mean, it was an awesome table, good vibe. And hour and a half in, I'm like, you know what? I've drank enough. I'm pretty fucked up. And then by the time we left, like 2 hours later, I was almost sober again because I wanted to focus on the cards. So I know when to stop.
Well, Jimmy, I want you to just
Right,
slow
well,
your roll.
so you're
Real quick, Jimmy. You land on number 8. Trying to find ways to drink for free and or cheaply.
Well, no fucking shit. Why would you want to pay more? That's stupid. That doesn't correlate because
Yeah.
anybody's going to try to save money. That's dumb.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
back to your-
all these questions are like that. I keep going.
Yeah, well, back to your like you're saying, like you know when to stop. Like I know when to stop more than I know. Like keep drinking. Like
Okay,
I've been
all
to a fucking like wedding that I was in where everybody was getting shit faced, and I'm drinking water at 8 o'clock. Like I know when it's time to stop, and I also know when, like the other night there was no reason, we were just fucking partying,
Right.
watching the Seahawks game. Like, it's not like we were just like out of nowhere be like, hey, let's get fucked. I mean, it kind of was out of nowhere, but I mean, like we had like the Seahawks and shit playing on Thursday Night Football. Like, it's not like it was just this completely random thing that started with me drinking alone by myself type thing,
Okay. All right.
All right, next question, Burns.
Hold on.
Alright,
Go ahead.
One of them was irritability when your usual drinking time nears, especially if alcohol isn't available.
No.
I've heard you in the background yelling at Colby because he didn't bring Tito's over.
Oh, shut the fuck
Pretty
up.
upset about it.
No,
hit us
shut
with
Why
the
are you
next one.
laughing? Why are you laughing?
Well, I'm thinking to Colby's wedding when we were at Colby's, like getting ready for Colby's wedding, and we were overpromised with alcohol being at like the get ready area. But I wasn't the only one. Everybody was like, "What the fuck? Where's the beer?"
Burns, how many more questions?
We could just stop there. I'm just gonna go.
No,
ahead and make a
give it one
conclusion.
more.
This is my conclusion from our conversation: is that Kyle is not an alcoholic, but Jimmy might be.
Jimmy only just
You want to
played one
hear?
of the
You want to hear an
11
epic
songs.
blackjack story real quick?
Yeah. Was
So-
it a story about how you lost all of our money that we gave you?
You didn't give me shit.
Go on. Go on.
So we're at the table. Got a good dealer, good vibe. Everything's good, and I get deuces. I get a pair of deuces. Now, normal blackjack strategy tells you that you don't split deuces. You don't. That's
Hey,
just
split twos never lose, man.
you
Split
you
twos
just
never
don't do
lose.
it, and the dealer will sit there and shake your head at you too. But I was like, you know what? Let's roll. So I split
what
my
was,
twos.
what was the dealer showing, first of all?
You ready for this? The dealer was showing a queen. Ah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a terrible move,
Terrible
Jimmy.
move, terrible move. So I split them. Lo and behold, what do you think the next card to pop out is?
9.
Nope.
Then you 8.
A third deuce. So I split
Oh,
it
you
as
split
well.
it again? Oh
So-
my god,
so
Jimmy,
we're
you're
at-
making bad moves all over
Tell
the
me
table,
you get a
dude.
9 and you double.
We're at the
Tell
point.
me you get a 9
we're
and you
at
double.
we're at the point. We've got 3 deuces, 3 separate hands. I think I'm playing 20
Hey,
bucks
Jimmy,
a
is
hand.
the guy at your table that's counting cards absolutely having an aneurysm at this point?
Yep.
Yeah, the dude. There was only one guy that we didn't know, and he was in the blast seat. I was in the power position, and yeah, he was giving me like the worst fucking look. I didn't give a shit. I was doing what I wanted to do. It was the moment. So I got 3 twos out there, 3 fresh hands. What do you think the next card is?
A 9.
The next card is a 9. So I double down in the blind on that one. So at this point, we've got a fresh 2, a 2, and a 2 with a 9 that has been doubled down again, and I can't see that card. The dealer thought it'd
you're
be
in
funny
about-
to turn it over. So
You're
then,
at about $80 now.
yeah, so then I start hitting the 2s or whatever. I think first one I ended up getting like 15, second one was 17, and then my double down card, I got like a 3. So double down was shit too. And then the dealer went 5 cards deep, and she busted. I won it all.
Nice.
Oh, dude, I've had that happen to me before, where I've had to split 3 times. I actually had to like buy more
Yeah.
chips, but I
Yeah,
ended
it's
up
the worst
I
feeling.
ended up hitting blackjack on all 3 of them.
What's
though.
crazy though is I split aces multiple times, and I usually win one, push one, win one, lose one. I split deuces twice over the weekend, and I made
on
my
a terrible
buddy,
play? On
and
a
I-
terrible
yeah,
play.
and I made my buddy split 3s. We won every one of them every time.
That's why you can't play like by the book, because the house has the advantage when you play by the book.
Yeah.
That's the only
That's
time.
as simple as that.
That's the
Stupid.
only time I ever get nervous playing blackjack, because it's a pretty laid back game if you know what you're doing.
It depends on
Yeah.
who's at your table, man.
Yeah,
Some people
yeah.
are
If you
uptight.
got people that know what they're doing, it's a pretty laid back game. You just bet your thing. You play with the
Yeah.
you play off what the dealer has. But if you're splitting 3 times, you probably stood up, didn't you?
No, that was cool. It was like $80 total. It wasn't a big deal. It was just the fact that there was cards like laid all across the table, and it was all my shit. It was just funny.
That's it. I always hate the dynamic.
Now,
of
if that would have been
blackjack
like
when you're
$1,000 a hand, fuck, yeah, I would have been standing up and sweating and all that.
Well, that's
shit.
what my thing was. Is I hate when you're just kind of there having a good time and you're playing, $15, $20 a hand, and then some dude sits down and he just plops out like $700 and gets the green chips, which are 25s, and he's playing $50 and $100 hands, and you're just like, bro, I was over here having a good time. Now you're over here making me all like question my decisions.
Yeah, I was just going with it, dude. Okay, let me ask you guys this. You're at a casino, you're pretty fucked up, you go to the buffet, and I can see Colby and Kyle being this way. I don't know about Burns, but when we get fucked up, we get kind of just like kids. So I'm like dumping A1 on everybody's plates while they're eating crab meat, and Jason's throwing crab against the wall next to our table, stupid shit like that. We fucked up our area pretty bad.
Damn
And
it, Jason.
yeah, it was about. I mean, by the time we left, it was pretty fucked up. So I tipped the dude like really, really good. What would you guys tip if you felt like you really fucked up the area in a restaurant? Like you were at fault, you made a huge fucking mess. You were kind of being a dick.
Like anytime you go anywhere with like kids.
No, on another level. We're talking. It was all you could eat crab legs. So I was like building shit with crab legs, and shit was flying everywhere. I mean, it was pretty rough.
Wow, sounds out of control.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't have friends like that would treat their restaurant area
Oh
in that
God!
manner.
Never
Oh,
mind.
here we
Colby,
go.
Kyle, you guys answer. Burns doesn't get to answer.
I don't. When I get drink, I don't usually have fun. I'm more like an angry type guy.
Seriously?
So I just sit in the corner scowling at people.
Yeah, coming from the guy that walked around his birthday party with a ketchup bottle in his pocket.
Oh yeah. Hey, I told that story.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it just depends. I mean, if you feel like you did enough damage and it you felt like it was going to take a lot of people's time. I mean, yeah, probably $50 and not feel like a dick and go to bed not feeling guilty.
Yeah.
Alright.
And you make sure they know. Because sometimes you'll tip them, like, you'll give them a nice tip, but maybe they don't understand. It's because, like, when we go anywhere with kids and, like, especially our 1-year-old, like, he fucks up the place, like, flings food on the ground
yeah.
and everything. But I always feel like I have to, like, tell him, like, hey, I know we fucked it up. We incorporated that into your tip. Like, you know, I don't want them to be like, wow, these people, or like the waitress be like, these people are fucking dicks,
Right.
you know?
Cool.
But yeah.
Bunch
Yep.
of dicks, man.
Dicks. Oh, breaking news. Breaking news.
Oh,
Coming into the
Uh-oh.
show here, hot.
breaking news.
Okay, raise your hand
Who?
if you like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, my hands up.
Yeah.
Both hands up.
Okay, Burns, no, right?
This better
I'm
not
just
be a
gonna-
spoiler, Jimmy.
I'm just
This
gonna
is
go
not a
ahead and,
spoiler, but
Okay, good.
someone got accused of sexual assault on the show, and the final
no,
season is canceled.
no, this is even bigger. Amazon
Ooh, that
Prime
would-
has purchased the TV rights to the Lord of the Rings universe, and Amazon Prime is about to do their own version, like Game of Thrones on HBO, with Middle Earth and the Lord of the Rings universe.
What?
Yeah,
Like killing and shit?
yeah, like Game of Thrones.
No, it'll be some PG-13
Bullshit. Yeah.
I don't know.
I
Wonder
like
what
it, though.
Wonder what they paid for that though.
Jeez, man. Pennies to them.
That was super underwhelming, though.
Sorry.
Hey, that was a classic Colby move from
I know
episodes 1
that's
through 10.
kind of what I was thinking. That's why I said breaking news.
Yeah, then you said something about Lord of Rings and shit.
Hey, I'll lord your rings.
Ooh,
Oh, oh, oh.
cool. What'd you do this weekend, Burns? I saw you on NBA 2K. I was like, what the fuck you wasting
What?
your time on that shit
I'll
for?
play you in 2K.
I like to play a little 2K. Yeah, this
Dude,
morning
I
I was playing. Is
love
that what you
2K.
said? Yeah.
I think so,
Yeah, I
yeah.
was playing a little bit this morning. Got to start my T-Wolves franchise since they're not going to make the playoffs. I'm going to have to do it for them in a video game.
Ooh.
You play my career or you play franchise mode?
I play like my league or whatever.
Oh, yeah. That's what I always play.
I'm a franchise guy. when
build
it comes
your
to
own
sports.
player?
No, I'm not really into like the my player type shit.
Well, they messed it up, dude. They messed it up 3 years ago, and it's still messed up. They put Spike Lee in charge of like the storyline, and you can't skip the damn storyline. I want to play my games and rank my guy up. I don't want to watch him have a conversation with some
All right,
coach
I didn't
from high
buy
school.
this game to watch a movie, man.
Yeah, it pisses me off every time. 2K,
I was
if
gonna
you're
do like
listening,
I
south.
was gonna do like the my GM mode, but that's also like a story mode now. So I just did my league where there's no nonsense. But I didn't do much this weekend. It was my girlfriend's mom's birthday, so I went over there for that, and then I'm back here now. So not
When do we get to meet her, man?
She hot?
I don't know, man. You coming out here to hang out?
Yeah, so kind of a cool story. Most people, including you guys, probably don't give a fuck. And, actually, no, I sent you the message from that guy. So that dude, I was talking to some fan on, I don't know if he's even a fan, but I was talking to him on Snapchat. I would assume he was a fan if he had me on Snapchat. But then I was talking to him. He was all pumped up. I was responding. And then he's like, hey, you still talking to that Burns guy? Tell him whatever. So I took a screenshot and sent it
He
to Burns.
text that to me. I don't know where I was like, I read the whole damn text conversation. It wasn't I was like, what the hell is Kyle sending me this shit for? And then I get to the bottom. I'm like, oh, all right.
Yeah. So that dude works at Polaris Industries. And
Polaris, like
Polaris
four-wheelers?
is so so they own Timber Sled, so they own the kit that's on my dirt bike that I
Oh,
ride
you're probably,
on,
like,
you know, in the
squeezing
snow.
in your pants right now.
Oh, yeah. And so they also own like Climb, which is like #1 rated gear.
Damn.
They like the razors and stuff that I ride. Like they do those. So I'm just like fucking nutting. Like I got his phone number. I'm like his best friend and stuff. But he lives in Minnesota. But and he gets a massive discount on shit, and I'm trying to be that dude's best friend. And that story sucked, but it
That was
all
underwhelming
came
too.
to-
But you didn't lead it
it-
off with
well,
breaking news.
I
story.
let it off as that. I said, you guys won't care. I know.
Yeah,
but
but
I
usually
cared
if
a
you
lot.
do that, you're gonna like come with the thunder, and it's gonna be like, whoa! But that one was not really.
That's like with all due respect.
yeah.
No, I'm toning it down for the advertisers.
Birds, you didn't give us an advertiser today. Usually, you lead off with like a well-written.
Well, Colby
polished-
gave it today. Today's
He
show
did
is
a good one,
sponsored
yeah.
by Keurig. I do have the title for the show though.
Okay.
Addicted to alcohol.
If you guys wanted to get that out of the way, the
Let's do
title
it.
of the title of the show is going to be "Pedophiles Everywhere," and the thumbnail is going to be the pedo bear. Done and done.
Ooh,
Seriously,
simple.
that's what you want?
That's what we want.
Or no. You put, are you an alcoholic?
I was thinking,
Bang.
yeah, are you
Question
addicted?
mark.
Are you addicted to alcohol?
No, people don't say that.
I was say, are you an alcoholic? Question mark.
Yeah, since Jimmy fucked up the title last one, but it looks like it still
What
worked
did I
out.
fuck it up? I did what you told me to, didn't I?
Ooh.
It was supposed to be something with cold case,
Huh.
like
Didn't I get in the chat and ask for confirmation and everybody ignored me?
I
Yeah.
I saw it
Yeah,
well
fuck
after the
off.
point, and then I'm like, yeah, he's probably already put this up. But no, it turned out well. Like I said, man,
So we didn't
this
do
new
it on
schedule.
air. Tell everybody, Kyle. We are 6-figure view record here, like 4 or 5 episodes in a row or something.
Yeah,
Not
no,
six
we
figures,
had
5
a
figures, sorry.
we discussed off the air how what a fucking terrible idea it was to do Wednesday, Sunday. Like, does anybody
That
do
was
that
Burns'
for
idea
anything?
in the beginning.
Burns.
Yes, because nobody's gonna listen to the show like a Sunday, evening, afternoon, like when they're hanging out with their family and shit. And it was just super inconvenient for us to, film. Like so what would happen is, like, I felt like, we would film it on a Wednesday and typically a Friday, so like 2 days apart, and like it just didn't work out doing it that way. But now it's like during the week where you're catching people on like nobody's on a commute on a Sunday, so you can catch people on their commutes and shit on a Monday and a Thursday. And I feel like just coming in today, it's like I felt like we hadn't done the podcast in a while because we hadn't done it since last Thursday.
Yeah.
And the views seem to be, working out. We're popping, like, at one point we were down to like 7,000 or 8,000 a pop, and it seemed to be slowly declining. But last 3 have all pushed 11,000 plus, and then we got the radio one is at like 14. So we're not as like transparent as we used to be because we just don't really talk. We've talked about it too much, but hey, shit's on the up and up, and Colby's got some shit lined up for us to make money and shit. This is great.
Millions.
This is fucking great.
Word.
Do it live.
Cool.
About to put some people in a freaking tent, if you know what I'm saying. AKA, we decking people.
Huh?
Huh?
Hey, you ever you're hooking up with your bitch and shit, and then you
Just stop there. Did you just
Oh, God.
no. I'm saying that this made me feel kind of gay, even though it wasn't. So
Is
you're
it even
hooking up
proper
with
to
your.
say gay anymore? Like,
kind of
I don't
homo?
know.
I don't know.
real quick, Kyle, before you get into it, my son got in trouble at school the other day because the counselor called me because he called a midget a midget.
Yeah.
Damn, your kid's a bully, dude.
Yeah. What the
Seriously?
fuck?
No.
Hey, can I finish my fucking
Sorry.
nut gay story?
go ahead.
God damn it. So, the other night, right, hooking up with my bitch, right? And, we doing our thing, and then, this is getting a little graphic. We're doing our thing, and I finish, and it's like on, like a little bit on her, right? And, so I go get a towel, wipe it, and then I'm like, fuck, my ass crack is kind of sweaty. So I wipe my ass crack, but I accidentally did it on the same spot my stuff was at. So I got cum on my butt.
It's not gay because it's yours. It's not gay because it's yours.
Okay, then we're clear then. We're good.
But the question is, did you enjoy it though?
Did it feel good, though?
No, because I felt really gay. And I was like, damn.
What's worse, that story or the story when you accidentally got it in your eyeball?
Fuck. It's about the same thing.
It's same on the level of 1 to 10 on
Yeah.
gayness. About a 10
Yeah.
gayness.
But I think it was actually more. I think it would be more gay to get it on your butt, just because that's what. I mean, I don't know how often gay men nut on each other's faces, but yeah.
Is this
Kyle, you see, Kyle,
is
you
this
see, I'm the
episode
kind of guy.
89?
90.
90.
Kyle, is it 89 or 90? I don't know. Kyle seems like the type of guy who would taste it though.
Oh!
Kyle would get done having sex with his wife, and he'd be like, you know what? I haven't had any protein today.
With a straw, like chunky through a straw. That's disgusting,
Cool.
guys.
That was deep,
Yeah.
man. Hey, speaking of deep, when you buy a bigger bed, you have more bedroom but less bedroom. Ha!
Oh,
Think about that, dude.
That was pretty
Just blew
good.
everyone's freaking minds right there.
Yeah, I just like to correct myself. It is
We need
episode
to
89.
have a thoughts with Colby session, like what's his name does between two ferns.
Oh yeah, just deep thoughts. Like,
Yeah.
hey, if Apple made a car, would the car still have windows?
That's
what are
good
you
shit.
reading off right now?
You're so
That's a
funny.
good-
You're so funny, Kobe. You should be a comedian.
Yeah, so I did a stand-up one time, did about 4 minutes, did terrible, bombed, got the video, watched it back, was so cringy, deleted it from the atmosphere.
Oh,
What? Where was this at?
The Jersey Sports Bar, man, did open mic, roasted my buddy. It's pretty good, I thought. And I watched it back, and I was like, man, delivery is off, stage presence off.
Did people laugh at all though?
Yeah, there's some good laughs. I had some good moments on there.
Well, then what was terrible about it?
You don't when like when you watch something back and you see yourself and like hear yourself talking, but it's not how you envision it in your head. And you're
You just
like,
got
damn.
Yeah, you just got smoke come out of your eyes for twitching so hard. There's
Oh,
so much
yeah,
friction.
dude.
You're just like ah.
If I had a stage name, I would nickname myself Blink or Twitch. That's for sure.
Blink's better.
That should be my
Yeah.
rap name. It's just Blink.
And then then you end or what the fuck is this? The skater boy name? This girl Brink. Never mind.
Oh, dude, Brink was such a good movie, man. Team Pup and Suds.
Oh yeah, Johnny Tsunami.
Dude, Johnny Tsunami also good.
Hey, cool man. Well, why don't you just come over to my house and we can finish this conversation? Because apparently it's just fucking us.
Oh,
Nah, man, I'm here.
I'm
Introduce
right
me
here.
to the conversation, man.
it's
Ask me.
89. You fucking twat.
That's why I was going to make a
Damn it.
correction. It is 89,
All right, Burns,
Jimmy.
make the correction.
Ugh.
This is episode 89. We don't really know what we're doing here on the show. We just kind of wing it. So, yeah. 89.
It's like, whose line is it anyway? The points don't matter.
No.
The points don't
Do they
matter.
get anything for winning?
Colby, can you talk about this sponsor you got us lined up for, or are we not allowed to talk about it? Because this is
Oh,
first
I
me and
mean-
Burns have heard about it.
No, I told you guys.
No,
It's- I
he
told
sent
you-
the shit in the fucking chat.
Yeah, she sent me another email. I don't think we have
My
the.
chat's broke right now.
I just don't, dude. My Skype's messed up
Yeah,
too. But
mine's
anyway,
frozen.
I'll go back
Like
to
if I
that.
exit out, I'm out of the call. It's all
Dude,
frozen
mine.
shit.
So Kyle and this other guy that we're doing some stuff with had a 70 message conversation,
Whoa.
and I turned my computer on. And I turn my computer on, all of a sudden it's just like ding, 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 lighting them all up. I'm like, what? How did I miss 70? My phone just sucks. No, so yeah, basically it's just a lady. She's messaging me back, but I think she said it was going to take a couple of weeks to get the details ironed out. So we don't have the actual sponsor yet. But basically what we're saying is the show will live on because we're not making negative dollars anymore. Not that we do it for the money anyway, right, Jimmy?
No, we said.
How do we
said in
make
episode
negative
1,
dollars?
We put it out there in episode 1 that this is cool and shit, but eventually it needs to make some money.
Yeah, Jimmy's at his breaking point, man. It is a struggle for him to get on this show every day knowing that we're not making a dime off of it.
I do it for the fucking people.
These are my people.
I just don't give a fuck. I'm only good at that when I yell it out loud, and my nanny's out there just probably thinking he's fucking high as shit again or drinking again.
That guy popped 2 Xannies and a Molly and he's partying. Hey, that was a good time. I feel like we're just dragging this on. Let's just end this
Yeah,
right now.
fuck
48 minutes.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Do it live.
All right, thanks for watching 48 minutes.
Okay, so
Hopefully
it is,
your commute's
it is
shorter.
episode 89. It is going to be Are You an Alcoholic? And I already have the thumbnail. I can't show you because my Skype's
And put
frozen.
me on the thumbnail crying.
I've got a.
Is that what you're gonna do?
I'll show you in a minute.
Hey,
what I
Jimmy's
reset.
dat thumb dude, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at thumbnails.
Any more housekeeping we need to get on the line? Make sure you follow us on iTunes if you have iTunes. Spotify, if you're international, keep following. We moved up the charts on Spotify International. They love us for some reason. Shout out all the Spotify listeners. I am actually recently a Spotify user, so welcome me to your party. Anything else I missed in there? I tried to do Burns' job.
Just
Not very
in
good.
all seriousness, watch out for pedophiles.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, it also
Cover that butt, avoid the nut, baby.
Yeah.
Bye.
See ya, bye.
Peace.
We do it live.
Bye.
This show reminded me of a song my buddy made back in the day. A little remix. Dirk Ziggler. Booze Rules. Dirk Ziggler's out there somewhere listening to this. At least I hope he is. Let's get it. Hey, you're the Baileys in my coffee. Not even noon. And I'm already sloppy. Smearing off whip mixed greens with the berry. Lunchtime, can you be my Bloody Mary? Just like an appletini, so sweet and sour. When I get off work, you're like my happy hour. You left me all alone around last call. Now my heart's all burning like some fireball. Cause I'm so drunk off your love, girl, I'm buzzing. And I can't get enough of your loving. Sipping you down, ooh, I love it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're the reason I'm an alcoholic. Oh yeah. You're the reason I'm an alcoholic. You're the clam to my Kamado. Best in moderation though. Never straight from the bottle. So sweet like some SoCo. But on a bad night, she's the old Four Loko. The silver bullet in my head, smoother on my tongue, like some Belvedere red. So rich and rare, she knows what she wants. Cool to the taste like some peppermint schnapps. Cause I'm so drunk off your love, girl, I'm buzzing. And I can't get enough of your loving. Sipping you down, ooh, I love it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're the reason I'm an alcoholic.